Hi guys, today I'm playing Metal Gear Rising Revengeance on the PS3. So this is part of a series of videos I'm doing all about PS3 games. So I'm actually writing a book about the PS3 called It Only Did Everything, and so I'm replaying lots of PS3 games in order to be able to write about it and take screenshots of a lot of those games. And so today I'm playing Rising Revengeance, which is going to be one of the games that are featured in the retrospectives on the book. And so kind of the big question that I'm sort of answering in these videos is, does it hold up? And the answer is absolutely yes. This game is just awesome. It's so fun, it's so kind of fast-paced, the music is great, the graphics are really impressive actually, given how old this game is. Am I not hitting it? Yeah. It's just a really awesome game. The story is very silly, very over the top. I mean, if you played other Metal Gear games, it feels way sillier than them even, which is saying a lot. But it's just an awesome game. It features obviously Raiden, if you are familiar with Metal Gear games. It's got Raiden as the lead protagonist rather than Solid Snake or Old Snake or Naked Snake. And so Raiden is basically going around and chopping lots of people up with his sword and taking out this kind of other terrorist organization or kind of military organization that's against him. This game is very similar in terms. It's a platinum game, so it's a kind of a hack and slash game, like sort of Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, that kind of game. Really fast paced, really great action. You use square to do a light attack, triangle to do a heavy attack, and obviously you want to try and combo those attacks as much as possible. You've also got a kind of a mode where you slow down the game, and you can slice basically anything. What's this thing? So let me give you an example. When you hold down L1, you go into this kind of slow motion mode. You use the right stick to kind of angle your slices, and then you can slice along those lines, and you can slice vertically, horizontally, and based on the way you're slicing, based on kind of where you're aiming. This game is just so much fun, so crazy, and part of it is that what makes it so fast-paced is that you're always moving forward, and kind of when you parry, you're pressing forward, you're holding forward in order to parry an attack from an enemy, which kind of feels really cool. Like you're not pressing a separate button like you would say in other games to dodge or to parry. You're always just kind of holding forward, always trying to be on the attack, always trying to go on the offensive, which is just something I kind of really love about this game. Just the way it plays is just awesome. And so you can see, like now for example, I grabbed the guy's spine, and so when you damage enemies, you'll see kind of this sort of orange explosion, which, there you go, that's the one. And then what you do is go into your slow-mo cutting mode, and then you cut the guy open and you grab his spine, which actually, when I say it out loud, that's kind of gruesome when you think about it. But it's just a really cool sort of mechanic where, there you go, so I'm going to grab his spine. And you grab his spine, you grab the kind of circuitry in these cyborgs, because you're trying to level up essentially. You use that in order to level up your armor, your sword, your offensive, defensive capabilities. All of that kind of gets leveled up sort of at the end of the level, and you can buy upgrades. But it makes it kind of, again, just really kind of a cool mechanic. So you're trying to obviously kill your enemies, but then there's that point in the game where you're trying to do it stylishly as well. And I missed the spine in that case. And so yeah, after each battle you get like a little rating as well in terms of how well you did, which is kind of cool as well. You want to try and obviously do your best and try and get the best rating. The bosses are really over the top. So I'm actually recording this video for the second time because the first time I realized I'd messed up with the volume. So I turned the volume of the game down. So hopefully I won't have to record this a third time because the volume of my voice will be sufficiently loud. But the bosses are really over the top. The bosses that I just showed before are kind of this wolf boss, and there's also, you're fighting Metal Gears. If you're familiar with the Metal Gear games, you're fighting many of them. And there's just other kind of cyborg and really kind of tough enemies to face. When I first played this years and years ago, I did think to myself that I didn't love it. I thought the gameplay was really fun, but I thought the story was a bit too silly. So I am a really big Metal Gear fan. I've always loved the Metal Gear games, and you know, I even like Metal Gear Solid 4, and not many people seem to like it. Not many people talk favorably about it, but I played it again recently, and I still think it's a great game. And so from Metal Gear Solid 4, where you had Snake fighting Metal Gears, and then you go to this game where suddenly Raiden is just kind of flipping Metal Gears into a river and destroying them really easily. It just kind of felt a little bit silly and just a bit too over the top compared to Metal Gear Solid 4, where, you know, Snake would really struggle to fight any of these Metal Gears. So it just felt a bit silly at the time, and I remember just thinking like, ugh, you know, what are they doing? But now playing it all these years later, it's actually kind of feels a bit better because I'm not as worried about the story or anything. But I just really like the gameplay and really like kind of how the game is done. So I'm enjoying the story much more this time, even though it's completely over the top and silly.
Yeah, I just dodged a bullet.
So yeah, I think I mentioned already. Right. I may have mentioned, or I may have said this in the other video. It's kind of blending together right now. But this is made by Platinum Games, who also made Bayonetta and Vanquish, and those two games got remastered for the PS4. But Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is only on the PS3 and 360. It didn't get remastered, and it's just stuck on those consoles, unfortunately. And for me, this game really deserves a remaster. I mean, it holds up really well. It plays really well still. It's not, you know, the graphics are great, the music is great, the gameplay is really fun and fast and fluid. So there's no kind of, I wouldn't say this game kind of needs a remaster in terms of it's not looking good, or there's a problem with it, but it just kind of needs, I would love to see kind of it get sort of a modern release and play it again on PS5 maybe. This is kind of one of those few games from the PS3 that just didn't get a remaster at all, which is just a shame actually. I think anyway. So it would be very cool to see this get a remaster.
There was classified data embedded in
I'm not sure it ever will at this point. It just feels like it should have happened already if it was going to happen. But I really love kind of how fast-paced and crazy the action is. And those moments where time slows down. It's just really cool. You know, the speed of it, like Raiden running around and like kind of slicing everything really, really quickly. It's just really cool. So you see there, I'm just holding forward and it kind of parries the attacks, which, you know, it kind of does encourage you just to always be moving towards the enemy, always be fighting at the enemy, you know, not kind of trying to run away or dodge or shield or anything like that. That as well. So there's yeah, I need to collect this vines for upgrades. I think there was the enemy's hands I needed as well. I can't remember why, but there was a thing I needed the hands and the spines, which yeah, super gruesome now you kind of think about it. What's over here? You can also equip sub-weapons as well, so you can get like grenades, rocket launchers. There's different sub-weapons, but they're, you know, not as fun, to be honest, as using the sword.
It is your choice.
Like most Metal Gear games, you've got the kind of those talking scenes where you've got kind of your team and you're kind of speaking to them on the radio.
It was only built 2 years ago.
Maybe actually it's
There
worth
should be a
grabbing
narrow
a
path around there
screenshot of
that leads
this.
to the plant. It is protected by
Come
a
on,
fence,
hurry up.
but probably you
I
can
really-
cut your way through.
I'm not really paying much
Probably.
attention to this.
Don't get cocky. Most likely it is Desperado running security down there.
Turn the part gate. Nice. I think these little things are from the Metal Gear Solid 4 as well, from memory.
Watch out! They keep on coming!
Oh, it's all stunning. I don't remember how to collect the left hands on these enemies. I am supposed to collect them somehow, but I can't actually remember how. Oh, only B. That's not good. Is it up there I need to go? Where am I trying to go? I think.
Dolcev and his team must be in here. Find him. Raiden, wait. There are active IR sensors in the area. Part of factory security, no doubt, but the enemy may be using it.
Shooting at me as well. That's not great. No. No, get off me. Good. I don't really, I don't know what else I can really say about this game, guys. It just is an awesome game. I just can't recommend it enough. It's, if you like hack and slash games, then, oh wow, there's a lot of guns right now. Okay, let me deal with these guns first. If you like hack and slash games, then I just cannot recommend this game. It's just so much fun. So what's tricky is I've got 3 of these guys, or 4 of them now. So dealing with all of them and those turrets is causing a bit of problem. Yeah, I cannot recommend this enough. If you still have your PS3 or Xbox 360, definitely, and you've never played this game, I recommend it. And you know, even if you have played this game, no harm in playing it again because it still holds up and it's still really, really fun. So guys, that is Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Let me know in the comments, have you played it? Did you enjoy it? Have you played it recently? And what do you think of it? Leave a comment below, and as always, thanks for watching.